Squid Game instantly shot to the top of Netflix's most viewed shows of all times. The Korean drama drew audiences in with its high stakes and exhilarating episodes. Netflix hasn't confirmed a season 2, but in the meantime, now's your chance to rewatch and see if you can spot all the Easter eggs. Did you see how the characters' destinies were predicted in episode 2? Did you find the other Easter eggs hidden in the games? Let's dive into it. Did you find all the Easter eggs in episode 2? Each player in the game is desperate for money and must compete in deadly competitions based on childhood games. However, true fans noticed the Easter eggs left in earlier episodes hinting at each character's destiny. In episode 2, the players narrowly win a vote to return to their normal lives. While this episode provides valuable backstory, it also lays the groundwork for what's to come. In the episode, Ali steals wages he's owed from his boss. Deok-soo jumps off a bridge to escape gang members. Seok-byok threatens to cut a man's throat, and Sang-woo tries to take his own life. These are all important details. Ali's killed later when Sang-woo betrays him by stealing his marbles. Deok-soo dies by falling off the glass bridge during a later game. Sang-woo also betrays Seok-byok by slashing her throat, though he later takes his own life so Ji-hun can win the game. He also dies by stabbing himself in the same spot he kills Seok-byok. Episode 2 foreshadows all these characters' deaths as they unfold during the series. How many of these Easter eggs from episode 2 did you spot? What other destinies were foreshadowed in earlier episodes? It's not only episode 2 that predicts the fates of these characters, other characters' fates are foreshadowed as well. In episode 5, when the players compete in tug-of-war, Min Yao says afterwards, "I seriously thought we were all going to die, but once I laid back, I really felt much more powerful." Fast forward to episode 7 on the glass bridge, when Min Yao gets her revenge on Deok-soo by grabbing on tight and leaning back, pulling them both over the edge. In episode 4, when Min Yao was trying to form an alliance with Deok-soo, she promised him, "If you betray me, I'll kill you." These hints make the bridge scene even more tense. Another shocking foreshadow was in episode 3. Jun-ho tails the van carrying Ji-hun back to the compound and sneaks onto the barge. He surprises a guard and, in order to steal his uniform, Jun-ho kills him and drops him overboard. This is eerily similar to when Jun-ho is shot in episode 8, falls off the side of the cliff. What other Easter eggs were hidden in the games? Did you notice the Easter eggs that the players in the games missed? While a lot of the tension came from the players not knowing what the next event would be, there was a way to figure it out. Just look at the walls. When the players are in the game, they're locked in a large room with hundreds of beds. As beds are removed, it becomes more clear what exactly is decorating the walls. Stick figure drawings show all 6 games in the order they appear: red light, green light, honeycomb shapes, tug of war, marbles, glass stepping stones, and Squid Game. Another Easter egg was revealed with the coffins that the eliminated players are transported in. The pink ribbons mirror the present box that Ji-hun gives his daughter earlier in the series. It was a deliberate move by the art director of the show, Chai Yong-sons, who said in an interview with Netflix Korea, "I think I focused on the mind of the person who came up with the game. I imagined he'd think he gave the contestants a chance as if he's a god. This is my gift to you. Even your body's being disposed in the incinerator as a show of my mercy." Now it's time to uncover the more shocking twists in the show that's been streamed by 111 million households worldwide. Did you spot the clues leading up to player 001's true identity? What are the biggest theories from season 1? What's in store for Ji-hun? Did you spot the clues to player 001's true identity? There were some clever clues to player 001's true identity, or at least as someone who wasn't as innocent as he appeared. Though his brain tumor is real, his identity is false. Even in the first game, red light, green light, he skips around joyously as if he knows the patterns. He's able to calm the guards down during the dormitory rebellion just by speaking up, and conveniently avoids choosing a partner for the marble game, which allows him to be taken back to the dorm without playing. This makes sense at the end once we know 001's real identity as Oh-il-nam, the creator of the games. We also never see him transported in the van or even later die on screen. It's foreshadowed too when Jun-ho looks through the player files, which start at player 002. Player 001 also isn't given a backstory like the other characters, and it's his vote that breaks the tie on whether the players will go back to their normal lives. He is also the one who convinces Ji-hun to come back to the games, arriving at just the right moment to coax him back. One Easter egg that non-Korean speakers probably missed is that Il-nam's name is translated loosely to First Man, and since he's player 001, it means he's quite literally the first man, as in the true creator of the game. His final meeting with Ji-hun is even hinted at in episode 3 when Ji-hun tries to wake him in bed. When the two meet again in the finale, Il-nam is actually on his deathbed though. Truth is finally revealed. What are the biggest theories from Season 1? One of the biggest theories from Season 1 is that Jong-ho, the police officer, isn't actually killed in Season 1. What we now know is a red flag for the show is that we never see his body. There are a couple of reasons this is a plausible theory. Jong-ho sneaks into the game to search for his missing brother, who he believes is a victim. However, it turns out to be the front man, as in the mysterious figure who's pulling all the strings. We know that there have been decades of the games being played, and the reveal of 001's true identity shows us just what shadowy worlds live just beneath the surface of society. Ha Wang Dong-yok, the creator of the show, did not initially plan a Season 2, but has been discussing exploring the role of police in society and wanting to explore the relationship between Jong-ho and his brother, the frontman. Wang said, "So if I end up creating Season 2, I'd like to explore that storyline. What's it going on between those two brothers? Then I could also go into the story of that recruiter in the suit who plays the game of Dejokuti with Ji-hun and gives him the card in the first episode. I don't know yet, but I'll just say there are a lot of possibilities out there for Season 2 storylines. This falls in line with the clues that Jong-ho actually survived. What's in store for Ji-hun? We see after Ji-hun wins the game that his life isn't necessarily better than it was before. He's living under the radar and barely touches his winnings. He's suffering not only from what happened in the game, but from the knowledge that they even exist. As the front man tells Ji-hun on the ride back to Seoul, the game is just entertainment for incredibly wealthy people. Frontman compares it to Ji-hun's gambling problem, saying, "You bet on horses, it's the same here. We bet on humans. You're our horses." Then, just as Ji-hun is about to board a plane to see his estranged daughter in California, he sees the same recruiter who lured him into the game. Ji-hun realizes that though Il-nam has died, the game is still going on, and in a dramatic turn of events, Ji-hun doesn't get on the plane and instead, we assume, is heading back into the game. Now that we know previous winners can become the frontman, like Jong-ho's brother, we can only wonder if perhaps Ji-hun will be stepping into a similar role and perhaps will try to dismantle the game from the inside out. Short recap of Squid Game Season 1. In this Korean survival game, a group of 456 people are contestants in a deadly competition. These players experiencing incredible financial difficulties, and despite the game's danger, they stay in for a jackpot of 45.6 billion won. The contestants all play games from Korean childhood, but with disastrous stakes. Make a move and you're killed. Through the characters of Ji-hun, Il-nam, Seo-byok, Deok-soo, Ali, and Sang-woo, we watch people from all different corners of Korean society form and betray alliances in the quest to win money, but also stay alive. With incredible twists and turns, the players battle it out while the mysterious frontman watches on. Earning over $900 million, Squid Game is one of the most successful shows ever on Netflix. While we wait for any news on Season 2, now's the time to rewatch Season 1 and discover just which Easter eggs you missed. What was the most surprising part of the show for you? Comment and let us know what you'd most like to see in Season 2.